Welcome along to the final. My name's Michael Absalom, and we are here in Leipzig, at the Arena Leipzig, for the concluding part of this 5-day tournament. All the women's teams have been in action throughout the week. 5 pool games, a quarter-final stage this year, the semi-finals, and now the final to negotiate. Both these teams have successfully done that, and it's a repeat of the 2011 final, which took place in Poznan in Poland. There's Yami Mulders, the coach of the German side. Bring you that starting 5 again. Yvonne Frank starts for Germany. Katharina Otter, Franziska Holker, Lena Jacobi and Lydia Hasse.
Alle sind da. Wir bewahren einen kühlen Kopf. Wir wissen, wie wir die knacken. Ja, wir nehmen die Konter aufs Spiel. Aber Mädels, wir lassen uns von unserem Herzen leiten. So wie wir das die ganze Zeit gemacht haben. Unser Herz ist hier auf dieser Platte. Und wir holen uns heute dieses Ding. Auf geht's! Einer für alle!
Big shout there from the German ladies. And a big shout out too to all the German players watching over there in India. Currently playing in the Hockey India League. And there'll certainly be interest for the Dutch team as well. Marika Dijkstra there, who's been to 3 World Cups herself. Doesn't play this year, but is the head coach. And the Dutch start with Alberts in goal, Den Uden the captain, Luring, Colette de Scurie and Van Ness in their starting 5. Great atmosphere for this one. Capacity crowd, 5,500 spectators crammed in for this one. We're underway, the 4th ever Indoor Hockey World Cup final. And it sees history repeating itself with the Netherlands taking on Germany. Germany, the defending champions, ranked 1st in the world in the official world rankings. Netherlands just nipping away at their heels in 2nd. No love lost between these two sides. Otter on this near side with Jacobi on the far side for Germany, and that is Hasse that comes back to help out and just maintain possession for Germany in these early exchanges. Germans playing from left to right and attacking that goal in the right of your screen, which just should creep into shot now. There it is. Netherlands regain possession. Lovely first ball forward to Luring. Tucked under her shoulder. Germany ball. There's Franziska Holker that went all the way back to help out defensively. So no goals inside the first minute. If you're just joining us, don't worry. Thanks for tuning in. Almost an interception there for Colette de Scurie for the Dutch. Oh, there was room over on the left-hand side. Yvonne Frank in goal for Germany, and that was Adinda Alberts for the Netherlands. There is Frank called into action. Little right foot save. Playing in Otter. She can drive this line all the way if she wants. Does do. Oh dear. Did all the hard work. Got a bit of a nosebleed there, I think, up inside the shooting circle. She has scored 6 goals in the tournament, most of those coming from penalty corners. German men obviously disappointed not to have made the finals themselves. First time ever in history, actually, the German men failed to make the final of the Indoor Hockey World Cup. They lost to the Netherlands yesterday, so the Netherlands men in action after this, and they will face Austria. So either way, there will be a new world champion in 2015. Good news is that Germany did pick up the bronze medal just before this. They absolutely thrashed the pants out of Iran. 13-2 the final score there in the 11:30 pushback. This one should be a tighter run thing in the final there between Germany and the Netherlands. So the last time the Netherlands won it was back in 2007 in Vienna. They won gold. They beat Spain in the final on that occasion. Can they add their 2nd World Championship? Got a nice ring to it, World Champion. Jacobi just taking time out. Role in personnel for the Germans, with Hillman now on up front, who's their top goal scorer. Christina Hillman wearing number 9 for Germany. Here she is in possession. Not for long though, good defence from Van Ness. Yeah, Hillman with 9 goals in the tournament. Touch inside the shooting circle, good cover tackle from Otter. German captain stamping her authority in the circle. It's come up off a German player, so it'll be a sideline ball or the next best thing. Mulder's just hanging the ball back to the Dutch. We'll have our restart from here. There's the little self-pass to get us back underway from the captain, Den Uden. Here she is, down the left-hand boards. Actually played that into her own foot. Van Bodeggen now for Germany on this near side. Builder on the far side for Germany. Moves being made in the midfield by Steindorf. Netherlands now decide to press a little bit higher. There's the space that emerges. Steindorf was just expecting that ball down the boards. Couldn't gather it. Still no goals as yet. Almost 5 minutes gone now. Oh, lovely skill. This is more like it from the Netherlands. Penalty corner. The umpire's just clarifying why this was. Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty clear cut from that angle, isn't it? Get out the chainsaw. First penalty corner of the game goes the Netherlands' way. At the top of the circle, Mursella. And also Colette Descurie to her left. Mursella from the top of the circle, shoots high. Got a bit too much of it. Yvonne Frank was breathing right down her neck. Let's have a look from behind the Dutch goal. Yeah, the keepers have to be at their very best in those situations. And Yvonne Frank came out of the starting blocks like a rocket. Who do you fancy to take the win? Let us know. Is it Germany or is it the Netherlands? I want to give a score prediction as well. Here's Otter with the restart. Vinfeder. There are your contact details if you want to place your bets now. Who's going to win this final? The Netherlands looking to get their noses in front. Hashtag all your tweets and comments. IWC 2015 or FI Hockey. No way through there. Good defence from Germany. Now they counter-attack. This is Schroeder. Otter will take the self-pass. Schroeder again. Hulker, ball comes across. Is it under the keeper's pads? Keeper staying down. Chance here to get the shot off. Stroke, says umpire block. So we get our first bit of conclusive action up the German end. Umpire had quite a good side of it. She was in there. Yeah, it's for that stick being trailing in. Otter will step up to the P spot. This to give Germany the lead in the final. 6 in the tournament so far for Otter. This would be the 303rd goal of the tournament if it goes in. 0-0 as things stand. This to take the lead. Otter for Germany. Shoots and scores. Germany have their lead. And it has come after 7 minutes of play. Germany lead from the P spot. Katharina Otter with the goal. It is Germany 1, Netherlands 0. Stroke up the other end. Stroke to stroke. So that goal just converted by Otter, who will step up for the Netherlands. It looks like Paulina van Ness. Well, both umpires getting in on the action. Lena Eskina of Russia down that far end, awarding the penalty stroke. This to level things. Van Ness for the Netherlands, shoots, and it's saved by Yvonne Frank. What a save! Germany maintain their lead. Well, it's all about those fine margins, and Yvonne Frank delivering from the P-spot. Great reactions to pick that one out as it was going top right as she looked at it. Super save. Score remains 1-0. Otter's goal, the 7th of her tournament. She's the second highest scoring German player in the team. Christina Hillman leading the way on 9. This is Schroeder. Played back, and Holker, sister of Tobias Holker, who played in that game just before this. 13 goals for the Germans against Iran. Free hit here for the Netherlands. Holker comes off. Oh, Jacobi takes a little tumble there as she makes that pass to Otter. Hillman has to keep the ball alive here. And the substitutions coming in thick and fast now. And Ness comes back on, having missed that penalty. Hillman has it again for Germany. Just keeps possession. No outcome there for the Germans. Nervy times too for the coaching staff on a big occasion like this, the Indoor Hockey World Cup final. Crowd expectant, wanting Germany to defend their championship. First in Poznan in 2011, they finished 3rd in Vienna in 2007, having lost to Spain in the semis. They won here in Leipzig in 2003 at the inaugural Indoor Hockey World Cup. 6 members of the squad who competed in Mendoza at the Champions Trophy at the end of last year. And undefeated in the tournament. They've won every single game, not even a sniff of a draw. Open with a 1-0 win against Canada, 4-1 win against Belgium, 6-3 against Ukraine, 10-1 thrashing of Austria before beating Australia 5-1 in the pool stage. Germany then went on and won their quarter-final 2-1 against Poland. And the semi-final, we all know what happened there. Game of the tournament for them, 7-0 winners over Austria. 1-0 they lead here against the Netherlands. Germany, the defending champions. Well, just the 1 goal in it. Scored by Katarina Otter from the P-spot. There haven't really been too many open play chances. Yvonne Frank has certainly kept her side in with a chance of winning this. She saved Pauline van Ness's penalty stroke. That to keep it 1-0 to Germany. Shot off target from Van Bodegem. That's what it looks like from behind the goal for the goalkeepers. Got a good view of the whole match and the pattern and shapes that unfold during the full 40 minutes. Ball pulled back on the 90-degree angle. Oh, lovely through the leg, sets up a one-on-one here. Drive forward from Verhagen. And cover tackle from Celine Wilder. Verhagen was going to go herself there. 6 goals in the tournament. Admiral now picks up. And her sister Denise, the leading goal scorer for the Netherlands. 13 goals in total in the tournament. Seven and a half minutes left to play. Germany 1, Netherlands 0 in the women's final. Again, Germany come back. Again on that tight angle. This time, some sort of stick contact there from Steindorf. Couldn't get the goal on target though, or the ball on target to create the goal shooting opportunity. Round they go again then, Germany. Fresh legs on the pitch. Had a goalless bronze medal match between the Czech Republic and Austria just ahead of this morning. The Czechs eventually coming out winners, winning 2-0 in a shootout. They take home the bronze medal. This to make it 2. Great tackle. Again, it was Daphne Admiral. Oh, lovely bit of skill, just the keeper to beat. Round she goes. Great save again from Frank. Outstretched to her left-hand side this time. Saved the stroke earlier on in the first half, and that an important save of Flurink's effort. Vinfeder at the back with Otter. This is Vinfeder. Hasse. Oh, lovely move. First time ball through from Schroeder. Just out of reach for Vinfeder. Great play. Almost. Colette de Scurie now for the Netherlands. Great stick skills. Clatters there with Vinfeder. Goes down in the tackle but wins the free hit. It's a free push indoors. Can't step up and thump this one in. Must move 3 meters. Ball back to Mursella. Oh, lovely ball. Again, Frank is called into action and it hits the post. Just the wrong side of it. Frank had to narrow down the angle. The Dutch almost getting their equalizer there. Let's have another look at it from this angle. Yeah, great skills. Got the little flick and lift on it. Just the wrong side of the goal from Admiral. Looking to add her 2nd goal of the tournament. Here is Germany again. Definite clash of sticks there. Advantage, says the umpire. And the German crowd booing because they felt there was a foot in there. What a standoff in front of the goal. Germany get the shot off. Jacobi this time. And then the follow-up shot coming in too from Van Bodegem. And Bodegum just putting her shot wide. Well, everyone involved in that tussle. Advantage again after that stick tackle from Hillman. Lovely long run, kept in play too by Van Ness. Stroke. Now will Van Ness take this one? She had her first effort saved. Who's going to step up for the Dutch? There's the incident. No hesitation from the umpire. Points to the P spot. And still the Dutch hesitant as to who's going to take this flick. Go on, get up there. Colette Descurie opts to take it for her team. Colette Descurie to level things for the Netherlands. Frank in goal, saved one already. And saves a second! 2 penalty stroke saves in the first half for Yvonne Frank. Netherlands should be in front. Germany still lead. It's still Germany 1, Netherlands 0. Just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Well, you just sensed the nerves from the Dutch. What you want to see is your players stepping forward to take that penalty. You'd never see that in football, would you? You'd never see them going over to the bench to discuss who's going to take that important penalty. There's always someone that's thirsty for it. Someone in the men's team, someone like Hertzberg, would step forward and say, that's mine. Yvonne Frank, left foot stretched that time. After denying Van Ness top right, she denies Colette Descurie bottom left. Timeout called with 2:41 on the clock. So 2 fantastic saves in that first half from Yvonne Frank, keeping Germany in front. And we resume with Germany attacking that goal to the right-hand side, playing from left to right. Netherlands struggling to get that first goal. Hillman back to Jacobi. Nothing there down those right-hand boards. Should still be time for another couple of phases of play here for the Netherlands. Little bounce pass in to Admiral. Right boards are on and finds Verhagen. All the way around the back, and the ball back was on the 45-degree angle to Den Uden. She was waiting at the top of the circle. Germany counter-attack. Hillman going far post. This time, Albert's called into action for the Netherlands. Angle was tight. Back the keeper every time to get that one. Netherlands throwing everything forward. More aggressive pattern, style of play. There was the deflection. Final touch coming from Denise Admiral that time. 13 goals in the tournament. Again, if she got her angles right there, the keeper was beaten. But they are really struggling to get past Yvonne Frank today. Far post is open. Hasse took the shots, and the follow-up goes wide too from Steindorf. Inside the final minute. Final 30 seconds of play in the first half of this 2015 indoor final between Germany and the Netherlands. Netherlands looking to equalise before half-time. Can they get a penalty corner? Good save again too from Yvonne Frank. Germany won't rush to take this. They've got that 1-goal cushion. They'll just bleed those remaining few seconds off the clock here now and go in at half-time with that 1-goal advantage. Solid first half. So just the 1 goal in it. Germany scoring from the P spot through Katharina Otter at half-time. It's Germany 1, Netherlands 0. Story of the half, though, has got to be those 2 penalty stroke saves from Yvonne Frank, though. One of Pien van As and the second of Kiki Colette Descurie. Both of those strikers denied by the goalkeeping skills of Yvonne Frank. So a 5-minute break in proceedings. Their confirmation of your one and only scorer in the first half of this women's final. Katharina Otter for Germany. Half-time score, Germany 1, Netherlands 0. Let's have a look back at some of those saves. That was the goal before the 2 saves from Yvonne Frank. Here come her saves after Otter had put Germany ahead. That was one going top right from Pien van Ness. Second stroke was awarded, this time Netherlands keeping it low, and Kiki Colette Descurie going bottom right. Again, Yvonne Frank making a save. So that's 2 crucial saves in the first half. Still a full 20 minutes of play to look forward to in the second half. And there's 3.5 minutes to go until we resume here in Leipzig for the concluding part of the Women's Indoor Hockey World Cup. The men in action too later on. Their final, the Netherlands take on Austria. That's at 2:30 local time. So just 1 hour to wait till the men's final. The Netherlands versus Austria. We'll come back and join all the second half in just 3 minutes time. Got time for a quick brew, then come back and settle in for the second half. See you shortly. Welcome back, take your seats. The second half about to get underway in the women's final Germany versus the Netherlands. Germany 1-0 up at the half-time break. Katharina Otter, the German captain, stepping up and converting her penalty stroke. I'll fill you in on all the rest shortly. Germany to get us underway in the second half.
And now, the second half, 20 minutes to go. Good luck for both teams. And now, we will start with the second half. The timeouts that begin.
Wrong way.
5 teams to that ball. Continental Federations and now down okay.
Germany versus Netherlands. Second half action from the Indoor Hockey World Cup Final 2015. What a 5 days it's been. Are we going to see the fiery finale that we did in the German men's semi-final yesterday? Good pace to this game already. Netherlands with plenty of chances to be leading this game. 2 missed penalty strokes in that first half. And you've got to credit the German goalkeeper Yvonne Frank, who saved both Pien Van Ness and Kiki Colette-Descuri's penalty strokes. Katharina Otter didn't make any mistakes from the P-spot when she was handed the chance. And Germany have that 1-goal lead. Here are the Germans now, attacking that goal. Good confident attack down that left avenue from Hulker. Sure, the German men will be somewhere in the crowd watching on here, offering their support. Bronze medalists this year. First time not defending their championship. We'll have a new world champion in 2015. It'll either be Austria or the Netherlands in the men's half of the draw. But either one of these two teams could take those World Cup honours here in Leipzig. Both have won before. Germany, 2-time winners. Good save again from Frank. She's everywhere. That's the sort of confidence boost you want, isn't it, as an outfield player? Just knowing that your goalkeeper's having one of those days. She saved everything. Two clean sheets in the tournament so far for Yvonne Frank. In the semi-finals yesterday, when Germany beat Austria by 7-0, also in the first game against Canada. Just a 1-0 win, that. And the rest of the place is confirmed in the women's draw as Germany look to force one through there from Jacobi. 2-on-2 at the back. Now a bit of room. Oh, a chance. The two Dutch forwards hooking up well. It was Hulsen who got the chance here. The ball came back to her. That was the shot just beforehand that we saw saved. Tough Frank at full stretch from that angle. But then, yeah, Hulsen coming close in that most recent of chances for the Dutch. Penalty corner up the other end. Germany's first penalty corner.
Penalty corner for Germany.
Now, who have they got on the pitch? Otter is up there with the headband. Steindor is alongside her. It'll be one of these two to take it. Otter looks like she's lining up for the straight flick here. Steindor is the slip flick option to her left. Hillman will inject. Otter for Germany. In it goes, and good run from the goalkeeper to narrow the angle. Alberts getting out at least 3/4 of the way there to block that shot from Otter. Let's look at it from behind the goal. Yeah, left pad behind that. And then the follow-up wide was wide. 16 minutes left to play. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Still just that 1-goal cushion that the Germans have. Good pressure now from the Netherlands. had the best open play chances in the second half. Again, the Netherlands, who have won every single one of their games in this tournament. Neither side has lost the game. Unfortunately, today one of them does have to. That means we have got the two most consistent sides in the final. Germany ranked #1 in the world, Netherlands ranked #2, and Germany the defending champions. More of a topsy-turvy affair in the men's half of the draw. Iran making it all the way through to the semi-finals. They lost to Germany in that semi-final, as you might expect, that third, fourth place playoff, that bronze medal game. Interception now. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Players just sort of handing on responsibility rather than taking the ball by the horns. And I felt there was a chance for Denise Admiral there just to go in herself and take the shot. Instead, just opting to bounce the ball out. Sometimes in indoor hockey, players just prepared to play these safe patterns. And that's certainly something that Iran added into the mix in the men's half of the draw. Very unpredictable, very sporadic. It sort of did inject a fresh lease of life into the game. Here comes Germany now with Hillman. Support off her shoulder. Hillman goes herself. Well, she had support there on the far post. Celine Bilder was turning up late, but Hillman opted to take this shot by herself. All came from this break, down the right-hand boards. And just out of picture, Wilder was joining. Possibly could have just waited that pass in at the far post. Tough to tell a striker that, isn't it? You'd always back yourself to score the goal. The Netherlands with convincing wins then in their pool stages. A 15-0 win against Kazakhstan, a 14-0 win against South Africa. Followed that up with a 7-2 victory over the Czech Republic, an 8-1 win over Belarus, and then they beat Poland 2 by 6-3. That was all in the pool stages. Earlier on in the week, then they played their quarter-final against Ukraine and won that by 2-0. And then in the semi-finals yesterday, beating the Czech Republic again for the second time in the tournament, this time by just 3-1. So this is the final game of the tournament for the women. Game 46 of the tournament. We've had a few more because of those quarter-final stages this year. First time we've had the quarter-finals in the indoor form of the game. Good save. Knee height for Yvonne Frank. And the Dutch felt that came off a back stick. A little protest coming in. We'll get a closer look at it here in slow motion. Always the benefit of the TV replay. There was the save from Frank. I'll make that about 5 or 6 good saves from her now. Just get a feeling if the Netherlands could get one, there'd be a real change in tempo and momentum here. In the moment, the German line of defence standing strong. Edlinson over there on the far post, or sorry, on the far side. Forstenbosch going down by the boards. Forstenbosch with 5 goals in the tournament. She's still on the pitch. Shakes off that little niggle. Now Germany come again, looking for their second goal. Crowd felt that that was deliberately put across the baseline, but I'm not sure what else Alberts could do with that one. Wasn't an obvious sweep behind the baseline, was it? 12 minutes left to play. Germany 1, Netherlands 0. Well, both the bronze medal game ahead of this and this game lacking goals. Penalty corner. A second of the game for the Netherlands. They finally get their reward for those spirited attacks. They've looked the most likely from scoring in open play. Now they have a chance from the penalty corner setup. Forstenbosch makes her way to the injection spot. And Pien van Ness has the chance to open the scoring. Netherlands trail here by a 0-0. This to level it. Slip option is way well to her left-hand side. the ball comes. Straight flick, and Yvonne Frank saluting the crowd. She must have got something on that to take it high and over the bar. Again, getting close enough to this shot. Players actually moving the goal as well as they went out. Well, that's still out of place, and the umpires haven't recognised that yet. Ball lifted. And Germany will now have a chance to extend their lead. So it's Otter again that steps up for the Germans. 1 goal in the game already, scored from a penalty stroke in the first half. This to make it 2-0. That could be at the injection spot. Slip option is Hulker to the left. Katharina Otter for Germany. Under 10 minutes left to play in this game. This final between Germany and the Netherlands. Otter shoots, and it's saved. This time Albert's getting out to it. The deflection could have gone anywhere. Stop in time now as the umpires realise that that goal is off its markings. Obviously an unfair advantage there. Let's have a look back on that penalty corner. Otter hitting that left pad of Albert's, just there. That could have easily deflected it in, couldn't it? Bottom left, missed by about a foot or so. So the German goal back in place and on its line. The German coach pacing around like an angry lion, just marking out his territory. Jacobi. Oh, lovely long ball. Good awareness from Den Uden to take it out. There's going to be a card here for Hasse. It's a green card, a 1-minute suspension for the German number 31. And here now the Netherlands taking off their goalkeeper. They'll go to 5 outfield players. And it's Vorstenbosch that takes on the goalkeeping responsibilities in that yellow bib. This power play, can the Netherlands convert, get themselves back into this game? They've got that 1 minute to do it. They look for the deflection. Under the body now of Frank, cleared by Otter. Here's Jacobi. Free push for the Netherlands. Tried to take advantage of that quick self-pass. Just that 1 minute power play, remember, whilst Hasse sits out. Can they drill home this extra player advantage? They've got 5 outfielders now, the Netherlands. 3 German outfielders to defend the space. Take the shot, they do, and blocked by Otter. Alberts is back on. This is what the Netherlands did with their power play. Germans now back up to full strength. Still just that 1 goal in it. Oh, lovely bit of skill, ran the keeper. No, stuck under her body. Lovely from Leurink. Still she goes on. That initial bit of skill to take the ball across her body and open up the space for the shot. First class. With the Dijkstra there, with the long blonde hair. Furthest from your picture in the orange tracksuit. She's the head coach. She's been here to 3 Indoor Hockey World Cups in the past. And the Netherlands won silver in Leipzig, gold in Vienna. She was part of that team. And also silver in Poznan. The world number 2 behind here to Germany, the defending champions. Just that 1 goal in it with 7 minutes left on the clock. It's going to be another one of the games that goes down to the wire. Remainder of the standings in the women's half of the draw. Kazakhstan finished 12th, Belgium finished 11th, Canada 10th, South Africa 9th, Australia finished 8th, Belarus beating them to take 7th, Ukraine finished 6th, and Poland 5th. Otter just fishes that one away, and will have a one-on-one chance here, going all the way against Albertz. Track back, that to make it 2. Stuck under the keeper's pads. Bounces back now with the German defence out of position. Netherlands will have a chance. A good save from Frank. Came sliding out that time, took it on the pads. End-to-end stuff in the dying moments of this women's final. Timeout called here, called by the German side, and Yvonne Frank making another good save there just before the timeout, and the Netherlands almost back in this game. Let's have a look at their chance. It was the interception here from Germany that opened up the space for the Netherlands in a minute. Otter got that shot saved, and then the Netherlands went straight back up the other end and almost scored here. It was that trailing left pad of Yvonne Frank that saved Germany on that occasion.
Abstand halten zum Block, zieh sie raus und dann kontakten wir sie aus. Auskontakten. Nur in der eigenen Hälfte bleiben defensiv. Eigene Hälfte, außen halten, auf die Vorhand, immer wieder auf die Vorhand. Weiter geht's, weiter geht's! Weiter geht's,
So 6 minutes remaining. The German goalkeeper is having the game of her life. Yvonne Frank, 2 penalty stroke saves in the first half, and she's made a handful of good saves here in the second in open play. Netherlands still missing that vital goal. Germany going ahead in the first half through Katharina Otter. From the P-spot. Now Van Ness comes forward. Lift over the keeper. And wide. Too much on that. But it is a slightly lighter ball than the one they play with outdoors. But these players experienced enough to know how to weight a lift like that. Now Germany will just be wary here. Penalty corner. And it's for this, it's for the swivel. There's the lifted pass, or lifted goal shot, in the end, as it turned out, from Van Ness. Just trying to find that top left corner as we look at it. And then this is the moment that the Netherlands won the ball back. And the near side umpire, Francis Bloch, awarding a penalty corner for that. This to level it. The Netherlands shoot. Again, Frank comes out. Tall figure. Just parried it away off the chest pad. Another big mitt in the air. Another job well done by Yvonne Frank. I'd throw in a triple there as well. Yvonne, Frank. Definite contender for man of the match. There's a face mask on the pitch as well. Umpire just kicks that one off. It'd be interesting if the ball had hit into that and taken a deflection. Into the final 4 minutes. Still Germany lead. It is just 1 goal on the board that separates the two sides. Scored by that lady there, in fact. Katharina Otter. How many more twists and tails in this little saga? Again, it was just a little scoop into the body that time from Pien Van Ness, into the body of Yvonne Frank. Van Ness with 6 goals in the tournament so far. Keep having your say. Get those predictions in before it's too late. FIH_hockey, FI hockey, and FI hockey on Instagram and Facebook. There's your hashtags in the top right. What's the scoreline going to be here? We've got time for a few more goals. We certainly have, with 3 minutes on the clock. This time it's Vorstenbosch that comes crashing down. She's in the walls today. Pummeled into the sideboards earlier on in the half. Back up on her feet here, though, as we enter our timeout with 2:55 left on the clock. The Germans lead in the final by 1-0.
En als die voorkomt, voorgeven en doorgeven. Ja, corner. Goddomme, de corner moet gewoon een half schuif en dan scoren. Ja, stoppen.
Well, that's security making their way over to guard the World Cup. One of these two sides will be going home with that. Germany, the defending champions. Will it stay here in Germany, or will it cross the border to the Netherlands? The Netherlands staying in touch. That's all they've had to do in this game after conceding that early goal to Germany and Katharina Otter, who scored from the penalty stroke spot. They then went on and missed 2 penalty strokes of their own, one missed by Pien van Ness, and then Kiki Colette-Descurie missing the second. Both good saves from Yvonne Frank. Nothing she could do about that one. Yvonne Frank pulled out of position, and the Netherlands have their equalizer. They had that extra player that they were using after the timeout, took advantage of that, and it is now Germany 1, Netherlands 1. Verhagen scoring the equalizer for the Dutch. Two minutes left on the clock. Remember, if it finishes 1-1, we go to a shootout to decide it. Such an unfair way to decide a final. But what's to say the Dutch, or in fact the Germans, couldn't sneak a winner here in the next 2 minutes. Keep it locked to your screens. Concluding match, this final between Germany and the Netherlands. Germany will have possession and look to build here from the back. Otter. Line ball is on. Hasse has space. Looks to take the shot herself. Lobs the ball. Hits the top netting. Tried to get it over the keeper. Great effort from that angle from Lydia Hasse. Only a foot or so above the crossbar. Everyone up on their feet then for the final minute. Remember, in the last 2 German men's games, the German side scoring within that final minute. Netherlands have possession here though, inside the final 45 seconds now. Ball sprayed out wide to Van Ness. Diagonal ball is on. Germany come away with it. Jacobi looks to take the quick self-pass. Otter instead takes it. Both those two will probably feature in the shootout. We're getting closer and closer to it. It's the final 30 seconds of the Women's Indoor Hockey World Cup final from Leipzig. Jacobi. Chance for one more play here for Germany. Otter off the sideboards. They need to get it into the circle and try and get a shot on target. It's not going to happen. Time for a counter-attack goal for the Netherlands if they want it. This will be the last play. Into the circle. The hooter goes. And there we have it. A draw in regulation time. Your full-time score in the women's final. Germany 1, Netherlands 1. Another game which will go to a shootout. Here's the final chances for the Dutch. That was the goal converted by Claire Verhagen. Yvonne Frank eventually pulled out of position, having made 2 penalty stroke saves in the first half. The Netherlands find their way through. Lovely first-time banked ball from Moerseller to set up that chance and to set up that goal. So 1-1 at full-time. And now we go into a shootout. Confirmation of the full-time score with your goal scorers Katharina Otter for Germany and Claire Verhagen on 38 minutes for the Dutch. So now, well, your guess is as good as mine. As we said, it's a cruel way to decide a World Cup final, but this one will go to the shootout. Germany and the Netherlands both selecting 3 players who will have 6 seconds to score a goal. They'll go one-on-one with the goalkeeper from the dotted line at the edge of the shooting circle. Just 6 seconds to try and score. So much pressure on these 3 individuals that are going to volunteer to do this. That's how the bronze medal match was decided when that finished 0-0 between Austria and the Czech Republic earlier this morning. The Czech Republic going on to win the shootout 2-0. So there's some final advice for the goalkeepers. That's Alberts down there on the Dutch bench, just getting psyched up for this crucial moment. One of these goalkeepers is going to be a hero. And Frank. Von Frank, sorry. Getting your Franks mixed up with the Dutch he's playing. Totally different kettle of fish. Yeah, Von Frank until now has been the goalie of the day. But Alberts will have her chance. Keeping herself to herself down there on the Dutch bench away to the left-hand side. Well, just a couple of moments to wait now. Umpire's just doing the toss-up there with the two captains, Danuden and Otter, deciding who will go first. There isn't an advantage to go first, or would you rather go second and know what you're up against? They could always prefer to go first. Now for the Netherlands, it looks like Verhagen has a stick in her hand. Colette de Scurie as well. And Forsten Bosch over there on the far side. All three of those players with their sticks in their hand for the Netherlands. Germany, well, Hillman still has her stick in her hand. Hulker as well, and Steindorf. Who's going to step up? Right, it's Germany. Germany going to go first, and Hillman will take the shootout. Alberts takes her place in goal for the Netherlands. 3 shootouts apiece. Full-time score was Germany 1, Netherlands 1. The final to be decided on a shootout. Hillman for Germany, 6 seconds on the clock. Out comes Alberts, straight from the bench, psyched up, denies Germany the opening goal, and Hillman goes back to the halfway line. Ran straight out of here. Flat stick tackle from the Dutch goalkeeper. So, 0-0. This to take the lead. It is Vera Vorstenbosch for the Netherlands. Von Frank in goal for Germany. Vorstenbosch onto the backhand and misses. The keeper was committed the other way. Vorstenbosch couldn't keep her composure. There's the miss. Still 0-0. Germany up next. Steindorf this time. Again, Alberts in goal for the Netherlands. Steindorf of Germany to take the lead. Onto the backhand, must score. Oh no, scuffed it! Can you believe it? That was the miss of all misses. Oh. I can't watch. Steindorf, what was she thinking? Beat the keeper, could have walked that in. Oh, it's a funny old game. Netherlands then to take the lead on the backhand this time, and they do score. Leurink, no mistakes there. Eventually the Netherlands take the lead, and for the first time in this game, Frank beaten. Little reverse stick flick there from Lorien Leurink. Now Germany must score this goal. If they score, they stay in touch. Alberts with the tap away, and the Netherlands have done it. The 6 seconds expire, and Germany have missed their final shootout. The Netherlands are the new champions of the world, the Indoor Hockey World Cup champions of 2015, regaining that title which they won back in 2007 in Vienna. Two-time winners now then, the Netherlands. And what about that for another conclusion? It's a cruel, cruel game. And as we said, it's always a nasty way to see these things wrapped up. But The Netherlands stayed in touch during the game. They trailed by 1-0 for most of it. They then got level with Claire Verhagen's goal, took it to a shootout, and were the more clinical of the two teams when it came down to it. So Albert's the goal scorer, or the goalkeeper I should say, will be the hero of the hour. Well, there's those crazy Dutch fans that were running up and down that far touchline with the Dutch flags. Well, double heartache for the Germans, because not only did they not make the men's final, they lost the women's final and will have to settle for silver. Well, my heart goes out to Yvonne Frank in the German goal. She had a blinder. 2 penalty stroke saves in that game. Couldn't deliver the goods when it came down to the shootout. The two coaches congratulating each other. Mareke Dijkstra, who was part of that gold medal winning side in Vienna in 2007, tastes gold again here in Leipzig. The Netherlands regain their world championship for the second time in history. The Netherlands become the Indoor Hockey World Cup champions. There are the Germans, quickly back up on their feet, and it's such a hard thing to do, having lost the final, to get out there. Oh, you feel for them. They will be totally inconsolable. An early goal from Katharina Otter, giving the Germans the lead from the P spot. Their keeper Yvonne Frank kept them in it all the way to the end. And then those vital misses at the end when it came down to it in the penalty shootout. So both sides thank each other for the game. Well, the beers are going to taste good tonight in the Netherlands. Not so much here in Leipzig for the Germans. Their confirmation of the full-time score after the shootout. Remember, it was 1-1 after full-time and 1-0 in the shootout. And the Netherlands are the champions of the world. This was the final play, that final shootout taken by Francesca Hawker. Francesca Hawker being forced wide. Albert's getting stick contact on it. Here was the moment that the Dutch keeper made that save. Sea of orange then, smothering her in those celebrations. Adinda Alberts, the hero of the hour. Well, the German ladies will have to make way for the men now, because the men's final is just around the corner. Netherlands versus Austria, so the Netherlands could do the double here. The Dutch women, the 2015 champions. Congratulations to them. Commiserations to Germany, the world #1. And they were the defending champions. There's the face of poor Yvonne Frank. Plenty more hours of thought to ponder on what could have been in that shootout. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in about 20 minutes time for the men's final. Make sure that you come back and join us for that, the last game of the Indoor Hockey World Cup 2015. And it's a game that you don't want to miss. It's the Netherlands versus Austria, 2:30 pushback local time here in Leipzig. And we'll leave you there with pictures of the Dutch team celebrating their win. They are the 2015 Indoor Hockey World Cup champions, having beaten Germany in the final.